Freedom Forever is the one that gives everybody hella bonuses.
Okay.
So like, if you see somebody go to Freedom Forever, you're usually like, how much money did they pay you to come there?
Yeah.
So that's like the Freedom Forever model.
Yeah.
Sunder, they don't really pay as much to like come work with us. They're kind of like, hey, we have these apps, we have like all these tools, we have all these connections. So they'll pay you more per deal. Freedom pays you more up front, and then Sunrun is gonna be the people that are gonna pay you like equity. You know, like hey, you come work with us, like you get stocks.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the three different ways. You know, Sunder's like the broker, Freedom's like the one that's, you know, you're gonna have one installer, they're gonna do everything, they're gonna give you a bunch of money up front. Like one of my friends got $300,000 up front to like, hey, come work with us.
Sick.
And then Sunrun's the one that's, hey, produce over here, you make less every deal, but you're gonna get equity.
We're live. Another AK podcast. I'm looking homeless. There's no other way to look. They say if you look homeless, like that's the richest guy in the room. But I don't know if that's true. But we about to rock, bro. Solar episode coming right now. We're about to reveal the secrets of what is about to happen with the big stinky bill, or the big beautiful bill, whatever they call it. They about to run it up. Let's go. Ah, man. Sweet. So who do we got today?
Michael Scott.
Say it again for
Michael
the people that
Scott.
don't believe it.
Michael
Scott,
Scott,
bro.
Same
Do you ever get
birthday as
annoyed
Steve
when people
Carell.
are like, Michael Scott from The Office?
No, I just learned to embrace
That's
it.
the first thing I said to him.
Yeah, I don't even watch the show, actually. to be
He's
honest
never
with you.
watched the show.
Watched it a
Can you
few
guys
times.
believe he's never watched the show? What'd you say to him? You were like, your name's Michael Scott, like The Office? And then you ask him, was like, have you ever watched the show? He hasn't even watched the show. Can you guys believe that? Hasn't even watched the show. Blows my mind. You know, I didn't watch the show either until I got with Gally, and she was like, you gotta watch The Office. Watch The Office. I like to fall asleep with the TV on.
Yeah.
And I want to put like a war movie on or something, 300, just kind of remind myself, who the hell I am. And then she's like, nah, let's put The Office on. And I shrugged it off. And then eventually, I think we were probably 6 months, maybe even a year into the relationship. And she's like, no, seriously, take The Office serious if you care about me. And she doesn't watch TV that much. She really doesn't like TV as much as I do. I love movies. And I paid attention, and I was like, holy shit. This is like comedian genius material. It was hilarious. Yeah. I've got this shirt now. It says Operation Midnight or some shit like that. I don't know. One of the skits in there. It's hilarious. People will laugh at it. People that recognize will laugh at it, but then people like you, they're like, all right, bro.
I watch it to go to sleep sometimes. But
Yeah, that's like my girl used to throw it on and go to sleep sometimes. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Then I locked in, watched a little bit. And while we've been building this business, throw it on and go to bed. And it's like, damn. Just kind of takes away from all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, are there chargebacks in solar?
In solar?
Yeah. Can someone return the deal?
Not really.
You're cooked. You sign this dotted line, and you're getting these panels.
Well, basically, like you get like an M1, so you get paid like an upfront payment of like $1,000.
Yeah.
So basically, like if
you don't get paid until the deal installs.
Yeah. So if you get an upfront for $1,000, and say I have like 3 deals sold this week, and I got $3,000, but then like 2 of them canceled and 1 of them installed, and it pays like $6,000.
Yeah.
Just instead of getting paid $6,000, I get paid $4,000. So I just like. It's kind of like it's on your books. But
How fast? I saw you made you did 25,000 or something in sales the other day or in a minute.
Well, basically, like I've been in it for like 6 years.
Okay.
So I've been in it for 6 years.
You're a master.
Basically, what my job is basically I help people get paid.
What's the most you ever made in a day from solar?
In a day from solar, I had 4 sales in a day, probably like 25, 30K. In a day, yeah.
Each deal, or just one day you make
like
25?
Each deal is like 5 to 7K.
Okay.
So times 4.
What's the biggest day you've ever heard of? And like some guy went out and made $1 million in a day.
Man, one of my most recent reps. I mean, it's more like weekly. Like we get paid every single week, so it's like 50, 60, 70,000 in a week.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's been some pretty crazy weeks. So
yeah, for yourself, have you seen anybody do like, yo, this dude made 200,000 for the week?
So. I've seen a dude make over 100,000 in a week. Yeah. A few guys, like Cam Wallace, Daniel Hadabis, a few of those guys have made that.
Are they with your?
Yeah, there was Sunder.
There was Sunder.
Yeah. Those are a few dudes that I know that have made that.
Who's got the richest guys? Is it Sunder? Is it Sun Solar? Is it
Ooh,
Polar Bear Freedom, whatever it's called.
man, it's all like there's just like more about the insurance game, and the solar game is basically like Freedom Forever is the one that gives everybody hella bonuses.
Okay.
So like, if you see somebody go to Freedom Forever, you're usually like, how much money did they pay you to come there?
Yeah.
So that's like the Freedom Forever model.
Yeah.
Sunder, they don't really pay as much to like come work with us. They're kind of like, hey, we have these apps, we have like all these tools, we have all these connections. So they'll pay you more per deal. Freedom pays you more up front. And then Sunrun is going to be the people that are going to pay you like equity, like,
Yeah.
hey, you come work with us, like you get stocks.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the three different ways, Sunder's like the broker. Freedom's like the one that's, you're going to have one installer. They're going to do everything. They're going to give you a bunch of money up front. Like one of my friends got $300,000 up front to like, hey, come work with us.
Sick.
And then Sunrun's the one that's, hey, produce over here. You make less every deal, but you're going to get equity.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the three different phases: broker, one installer, and then like the public company of Sunrun. So that's like the three different ones they have.
Which one? So what do you think's best? Being the broker?
I think the best is being the broker. Just I've done the one installer. Yeah, you just have more freedom. Of course, it's like you have more work to do too. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with it. Like by having one place to go, it's easy to like learn everything
easy,
quick.
Convenient. You can get complacent. I tell people this all the time. Do not come to the brokerage life insurance space because, and I hope I'm not making it look easier, it's harder. And the only reason it's harder is because the opportunity is greater. And when there's greater opportunity, there's duality in life. So if there's greater opportunity, then what's equal to that is greater risk. You can't have a greater opportunity without greater risk. So
Exactly.
like, if typically when people have the opportunity to make more, I know it's going to be harder over. It's like the UFC versus like the PFL. It's like this new fighting league.
Yeah.
I think they merged like Bellator and some other idiot fighting league. And I shouldn't say idiot, but just like it's like the low level pros versus the UFC pros. It's just way different at this level. Like the fights up here are way riskier because the odds of these guys knocking you out and finishing you at the UFC is like 1,000 times more likely than a PFL guy, which is like a guy that's just a little bit better than an amateur guy.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. It's like I have to like know logins for like I have like 15 to 20 logins, So it's like
you got to know how to like type up the application and like you have to calculate out exactly what people need for their solar shit.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm curious on. Why? It sounds like you guys mainly sell residential.
Mm-hmm.
Why not sell commercial? Why not go up to Walmart and be like, hey, dog, I'm about to put solar panels on this thing. We're going to save you guys. If you're saving the average resident, I don't know, what do you pitch them? Hey, we're going to save you an average.
I would say like a 20-30%.
20-30%. So is that 1,000, 2,000 a year?
Like 1,000, 2,000 a year, yeah.
You go to Walmart, we're going to save you 20, 30,000 a year. Well, I don't know what they probably go direct to the I don't know, how would that work?
The biggest thing is just like commercial is just like a lot of people are scared away from it because like nowadays everybody just wants quick, fast money, and
commercial
like
deal could
take forever. Like I literally just put him in touch. A guy just reached out to me on the call here, like, hey dude, I have a commercial job, and it's like usually like they say that, then you talk with them, then you're like, all right, I'm the decision maker. Then you like find out that he's really like an employee at the company. Then you got to get to the owner, and then it's like just so many like residential. It's like.
It's fast.
They're right here. Like,
so this is just like insurance because the return on like a big fat policy, people are like, I want to sell a $20 million policy. It might take a year or a year and a half for it to literally go through underwriting, sort out the financials, draw up the application properly where their money is getting allocated into the right investment strategies through the insurance policy, et cetera. It's just built properly. At that point, it's an estate plan, et cetera. So typically like a financial advisor or somebody's building that, but they have to accept it might take a year and a half, maybe even longer for the policy to actually place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of the hold up with like commercial with the reps.
Yeah,
like they don't want to wait. Like
if you think about it, even if you made $500,000 off a big massive deal and it took a year to place, it's only $40,000 a month.
Yeah.
I know someone will clip that up and be like, it's only $40,000 a month. Like, nah, I understand that's still good money, but like in the grand scheme of things, if you could be pumping, like you said, 5 deals a week at $5,000 a pop, that's $1 million income right there. It's probably way less headache.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing in solar. I mean, well, just in sales in general, like the consistency and volume is what will keep you. Because I mean, that's what I was talking to some of my reps. It's like a new rep. like I can tell you that, hey, I'm gonna pay you 100,000 if you're here in 12 months.
Yeah.
But like if that new rep has $0 and he can't fucking make it to month 12, it doesn't matter if the money's there, because if he can't make it there, then he's gonna just dip out, you know? So like that's the biggest thing. Is like I can know 100,000's coming in 12 months and I'll be able to make it there. But like a lot of these new guys, they have $0 in their bank account. Like they can't go 12 months without getting paid, even if they know they're gonna get paid 100,000 at the end of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's so like crazy to say, like you bring on a new rep and you say, hey dude, I'm gonna pay you $0 for 12 months. But at 12 months, I'm gonna give you $150,000 straight in your bank account. Most of them wouldn't make it.
No,
they just would be broke by then. At month 8, they're just like, dude, I can't even afford, like I know you're gonna give me this money, but I can't even make it there, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's like the crazy thing, is that like reps need money fast.
They need money
That's kind of
fast.
the biggest holdup with solar, is that it's just so hard, like recruiting sales reps. There's so
Especially
much
to go
turnover
door
in sales
knock.
reps.
Right? Like, you guys probably, do you recruit pest control guys? Because I feel like they make no money in comparison to solar guys.
Yeah, I mean, I try to. The pest control guys are they're hard to find, for one. Like I can't even find a pest control guy to do pest control at my house. So I don't know where they're at, because I don't know if they're really knocking doors, dude. Because like it's hard to knock a door to get a deal. And you make $5K with solar. Just imagine you knock a house and you make $100.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck yeah,
Selling
I got
possum spray.
25 more of these I need to do this week, and I'll make 5,000.
Shit.
It's like, it's hot as shit out there, and it's hard to get one homeowner.
Have you ever knocked in the winter?
In the winter,
Like, have you ever knocked in a blizzard? Let me put it that way.
No, I have not done that.
You know what? I need a new level of
Not
respect.
doing that.
I did 2.5 winters
Especially in Chicago.
Pennsylvania, bro. It was Pennsylvania. So yeah, I remember, like, I'm half black, but my toes would get like black from like, bro, like being in that snow and walking like just like you know, door knock guys. Like if I had like a, you know, couple leads in a certain area and like it's snowing, like I'm not going back in the car. You know what I mean? I got to walk to this house, walk to that house. And the worst is getting stuck in someone's driveway. I don't know if you've ever been stuck in a driveway or anything like that. Like, man, bro, door knocking, I have so much respect.
Yeah, I went hit 3 hours yesterday. 3 hours. Just to go with one of my new reps that I brought on.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm just like dripping sweat out there. I'm just like, holy shit.
And
like,
what percentage of the reps make it? Like, how many times have you been out with people
10%.
and they didn't make it, bro?
They ain't make it. That's my biggest problem, is that like I get so invested in these dudes I bring in, and it's like, I'm like, I want it for them more than them.
More than they want it.
That's just what I do. I like a recruit. I want these dudes to win. And it's like, that's why I just had to text one of my managers, like, dude, for the next 3 months, I need to just like focus on myself. It's like, you're always going to chase everybody. You're giving them the best shit. And then they're just like, they always want better, you know? It's like, oh, your installs take 14 days. I want 7-day installs. Like I want next day installs. It's just like, man, it's hard to please sales reps, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my biggest thing, is that like, I'm coming up on my 6th year, like September 13th. And I'm just like, I just got to figure out a way, like, where my best spot is. Like, I'm basically like, everybody who needs something, they always hit me up. Like, hey, where can I get this? Where can I get this? Who's this guy for this? You know?
Yeah. I'm
like the guy that connects everybody, but it's like, I don't know where that fits in the big grand scheme of things, of like, it's a great talent, because like I'm on my phone. I'm always available for people, but it's like, at the end of the day, I don't know if that's like the highest paying position of just, you know, being there for people. I
started seeing, and life insurance has something they call like president clubs and shit like that, Hall of Fame clubs. You guys have a golden door, right? Mm-hmm. What does that entail?
It's like, supposedly it's supposed to be like 100 sales of solar or 100 installs, one of the two.
Yeah,
one of the two. I'm not sure.
In a fiscal year.
Yeah, if it's 100 installs, nobody's really doing 100 installs. Probably like 5 to 15 people are doing 100 installs a year.
Yeah,
and it's like, usually it's like somebody in California. So basically in California, you have to have a license to sell solar. Seriously? So whenever you're in California, if you recruit 100 dudes to sell solar, they all have to put all of their deals through you. So it's like, it's a little bit skewed, you know? So like, if I was like, I just had a friend, he's like, hey dude, I have a deal in California, I'm trying to sign up. And he's like sending me a screenshot. He's like, I don't have a HIS though. I can't sign him up. And I was like, well, just use my logins and sign him up. You know?
How hard is it to get the California license?
You have to put your fingerprints. You got to put.
You have to take a test.
Yeah, like it takes 3 to 6 months. So a lot of dudes are like
sick
going in California and just signing up deals under somebody else. So.
And that's legal or no?
It's probably not. No,
Yeah,
no, probably not.
Probably
so,
not. Okay.
But most people don't have licenses, so that's the biggest thing I like about life insurance is that like y'all are like somebody like you have to like at least go through some classes to have it.
Yeah,
like in solar, it's just free reign. That's why I've liked like it's good and it's bad. You know, it's good because I can go bring on people and like we can go hit the doors tomorrow and get deals and make money. But it's also you also have a lot of people who haven't really invested any time into it. So as soon as shit hits the fan, they're just like, fuck it, you know?
I call them potatoes, man. It's the potato-minded individuals, and they're attracted to based off of the level of barrier of entry. So the easier it is for somebody to gain access to something, the less they appreciate it. Think of when we were young and our parents started, I don't know if your parents let you, but my mom let me drive her car when I was like 16. And I remember, you know, I just did not respect the car. You know what I mean? So like because of me gaining access was so easy. I didn't have to pay anything. She didn't really make me responsible for anything. And I remember one night we were out partying. I had my boys over. I don't know, maybe we were drinking and you know, we were hanging out the window and doing donuts. And the one dude like almost fell out of the car. So thank God I didn't run him over. I think he did fall out of the car, but he swung his arm over and it bust through the windshield. And I told her I was like a rock fell out of her truck or something like that. But like what I'm getting at is people get into sales and based off of how easy it is to get involved in your career opportunity or thing that it might be, it typically corresponds with the quality of the person. That's why it's like you'll see doctors and lawyers and, you know, individuals that have to go through 10 years of training, usually like higher quality people because they have to be so disciplined. Yeah. You know what I mean? Imagine, it's like you said, imagine having to wait a year to make $150,000. Well, some dude's going to school for 12 years just to hope he can make $300,000, $400,000 a year as a doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't, 12 years on top of you've already gone to school for 12 years, like 24 years of your life or 28, 30 years of your life in school, insane.
Yeah.
You know, that barrier to entry determines everything. Like with the new insurance company, we really have increased our standards on like who we want to work with, who we don't want to work with.
Yeah, because then it's also like when the hard times come, they're not going to just jump.
Yeah,
you know, like with us, it's like, oh, I'm going to jump to do something else.
I hear that a lot with the solar.
So
it's super good you bring that up because I want to talk about the bill. So you were texting me last night about the bill. What are these details that what should they be worried about? What shouldn't they be worried about? Because it seems like you're doubling down.
Yeah, so I would say like I'm not too worried about the bill. There's one thing is that basically like loans. So basically if you buy a $100,000 system, the government's paying for 30% of that. So basically they're having a 30% tax credit on that. They're getting rid of that at the end of this year. So basically it's like the whole bill was like, I don't really watch the news too much or keep up with it, but basically the whole bill is about like everybody's kind of, it's like the lower income people are a little pissed off about the bill. The rich people get richer from the bill. Like that's kind of like a simplistic like sum up of the bill, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're getting rid of Medicare, blah, 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 all this stuff. So basically what they're doing is they're getting rid of the residential tax credit, but they have these PPAs. So there's 3 ways to buy solar: cash, a loan, or a PPA. So a power purchase agreement. Okay. So basically we use this third party financing, but basically like Blackstone, Walmart, all these people are basically funding that third party. So basically the homeowner gets the solar, they put no money down, they're buying the electricity from us at a fixed rate. Okay. So basically like, hey, you use 10,000 kilowatts a year, they give it to you at 16 cents, 10,000 times 0.16 divided by 12 months, that's your monthly payment. So they're basically leasing to own their solar, and these big companies are getting the tax credit from it. Does that make sense? So basically they're getting rid of the residential tax credit, but these, the PPAs are still alive for 2 or 3 more years. So basically it's kind of like feeding these big companies because they're basically using it as tax liability. So they're like basically funding these homeowner systems, and these homeowners are paying them back month by month, but they're getting all these tax credit, these big, you know, Blackstone, Walmart, and all these people. So basically that's what kind of people are mad about, is that it's just like feeding into the richer, you know?
So but you said something, I'm curious. You said for 2 or 3 more years. What happens after, will PPAs cease to exist after 2 or 3 years?
After that, it just will be, the PPAs will probably cease to exist at that point, because if there's nobody who's going to fund these PPAs if there's no tax, like, you know, benefit. So basically that was the scary part, that like, oh my gosh, they're going to get rid of PPAs. So then all these big companies are going to pull out. So then you're not going to have a PPA, because why would a Blackstone want to invest $100,000 if they're not going to get like a tax credit or a tax break from it. Now they are, so they're keeping it going. But if they're not going to get that tax break from it, they're like, there's no benefit for them to stay in the game.
So is it the solar industry will be good for another 2 or 3 years?
I would say at least 2 or 3 years. That's like at the lowest, but it's like it's going to turn into like cell phones,
Yeah.
Like back in the day, people used to sell cell phones door to door,
Yeah.
Soon after 2 or 3 years, electric rates are going to keep increasing, Like that's the biggest thing is that it doesn't matter. Like right now, if I didn't have 30%, like I gave a homeowner, he's getting charged 20 cents. I gave him 16 cents. So the worst case, if they got rid of that tax credit, I could give them still 16 cents, but instead of making $1,000 a kilowatt, which is like 8,000 on the deal, I might make like $800 a kilowatt. So it'd be like 6,000 on the deal,
Yeah.
So like the commissions would just drop a little bit, but right now the commissions are so high. It's like, I don't think it's like commissions used to be low 5 years ago. Now they got super high. Now they're going to like just correct a little bit to go a little bit lower, but like, it's always going to be good. Electric rates are always going to get higher. Like AI is basically coming. So there's going to be a huge like influx of electric usage. So they're going to have to build more power plants, use more solar. They're going to have to find a way for alternative energy. So I don't think it's going to be a problem.
I feel like,
but it's just like quick, fast money isn't going to be there like it used to be. Like,
I feel like it's only going to increase. I feel like the demand will increase, especially like when I look at somebody or listen to somebody like an Elon Musk who talks about just the overall, I don't know, economy, you know what I mean, and the trajectory that we're headed in and the things that we need to do for the planet and just preservation for the planet. It sounds like we need solar and we need to compete with China when it comes to solar energy and lead from the front in that aspect of things so we don't become codependent on them or lose the energy race. But like you said, I'm not too politically savvy or news savvy, so like I feel like sometimes I'll just say fucking shit that sounds
but it's just
good.
like Louisiana. I mean, like 5 years ago, there wasn't a fucking Tesla charger in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And now there is. So
Everywhere.
it's like there's only higher demand. Higher demand is going to be a higher price for electricity. They're just going to be getting rid of some of the credits, supposedly. But then as soon as those credits go away, they'll figure out something else. So
Literally.
I'm not too worried about it. The money's going to be fine in solar for a long time. It's just the biggest, hardest part in solar is just getting leads. Like, it's crazy. Like,
That's everywhere.
that, like, I mean, life insurance
It's everywhere.
doesn't seem like it's hard to get leads in life insurance, at least if you're looking on social media. It's like
You
everybody
guys-
has hella leads in life insurance. Work from home, sit at your house, call people, make money.
You guys have
you
it
know?
harder. Yeah, you guys definitely have it harder because you're out, one, physically, even if you're finding individuals that are interested in solar and then door knocking a general neighborhood, you still have to drive to that area, knock those doors, and then see if that individual is truly interested in your product. But in addition to that, is there qualification? Like, do they have to have a certain credit score?
Yeah, you have to have like at least a 630, 650. You got to be the homeowner, and you got to have no trees on your roof. That's like the three things I say.
Okay.
So 630, 650 credit score, no trees on your house, and being the homeowner on the title. That's it. So it's like my biggest vision for solar is a way that like we can get back to like 3 to 5. Like if I could just like basically be a lead generator for solar, like I don't even care. I've sold 700-800 of these. I don't care about sitting in a house selling solar anymore.
Yeah.
If I could just be a lead source,
The lead
like that
source
would
is
be.
it, yeah.
I'm just sitting at my house making 35% on the deals. The reps make 65, and they didn't have to knock a door. They're like, wow, if I hire a guy who goes knock the door, I got to pay him 50%. That would be the biggest breakthrough for solar is somebody who knows how to generate leads, which seems super hard.
I got connected with this one guy that just came out here to meet with me. He does virtual solar.
Yeah,
It's insane.
I would love it.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm gonna actually text him.
Because the numbers are a no-brainer. It's like whenever you sign up for electricity, you don't go ever. You never met somebody when you moved into your apartment. You didn't meet up with somebody about getting your electricity set up. Like
you're with
got it set up.
Sunder.
SUN. Yep, not Dunder, Sunder.
My boy here on pod is.
That's the third thing with the Michael Scott Sunder
Good
instead of
connection.
Dunder.
Come on. Okay, here's the next thing I'm curious about. So leads, virtual, solar, how it all kind of compiles and comes together. Why doesn't everybody just try to do it virtually? Like this kid that I'm recently met.
I think it's just like being in person with somebody right now about
Yeah.
solar is just it's still like new. So I feel like
Yeah, it's fun.
there has to be like they have to be there in person still.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I think I could still close them virtually, but it's just like being in person, you can get the stuff done faster. Like I guess life insurance has been doing it virtually for a long time, but it's just like getting them to sign the docs. It's like, you know, I mean, it's the same things that y'all go through,
Yeah.
that y'all have got through. So I don't think it's like we can't get through it, but I just nobody's done it.
Are the solar panels big? Do they like cover the whole roof?
Yeah, they're like just 3x6.
They just look like black Pop-Tarts or something. Right?
Yep, and we also have a new product now. It's just a battery. So like in Texas, you can sell just a battery.
Is that more profitable for you guys?
It's $3,000. You get paid $3,000 no matter what.
Yeah.
You can't change the price. You can't do anything to it. It's basically free nights and batteries. So we put them a 20 kilowatt battery, and in Texas you have 200 electric providers that you can choose from.
Okay.
So we get you a free nights plan. So at nighttime you charge up your battery. During the day you use your energy from your battery. So you don't even have to put a panel on your roof. So that's
what the hell does the battery do? It just powers your whole house?
Yeah, it's a whole home battery.
And it gets charged by the sun?
It gets charged by the grid at night because there's no panels.
What grid?
The electric grid. So basically
from the house.
Yeah, so
it's like a reverse charge.
So basically at 8 p.m., just imagine like you have free nights. So in Texas, from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m., you can get free energy.
Yeah.
So you charge up your house, but then you also have your battery programmed to pull from the grid. So if your battery is going into 8 p.m. at 0%, you charge up that battery at nighttime from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's now at 100% from 6 a.m. You use that battery up till it dies out, probably like, 3, 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
So it should cut your bill in half.
Yeah, it cuts your bill. And then you don't have to get any solar. So that's kind of like what we've been using. Like, that's what our door pitch is now.
Wow.
Like, hey, this is just solar. It's a battery-free nights. Yeah, and then when you get in the house, you can sell them solar, because nobody really hates solar. It's just like on the doors, they just
they don't
have this automatic replay of like, oh my gosh, you're the 100th solar guy. It's like usually nobody's knocked their door. Yeah. But that's just their automatic replay. Yeah, this is just battery and free nights plan. Yeah. And you got your report, and then it pays $3,000. So that's kind of like the future is like, if I can get 20, 30 batteries installed a month, I'm making, $30K like just as a manager if my guys are, are doing that kind of volume.
Have you guys ever tried the mandatory pitch where it's like, hey, we work with Texas, this is mandatory?
I mean,
you gotta buy his shit.
We try everything. My pitch is just straight direct. I say, hey, I'm dropping off this ESR report. They're like, what is that? I was like, basically the problem is this area is using a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Basically the delivery fees are going up. So my job's easy. I just run this report, see if you can generate your power on site instead of getting it from the grid.
Yeah.
And then I just get into like their electric provider, and that's pretty much it.
So fast.
Yes, sir. I'm straight to the point. I don't. A lot of these dudes in solar, they do this loop-de-doo. Like, I need to go check your meter. Like, you can do all that stuff.
That's great.
I'm just like, hey, what I have is better than what you have. Like, you want to sit down with me or not? And it's kind of, it sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't work. But I'm basically like, people are like, whenever they shadow me, like, dude, you're just like straight to the point.
Will you guys like target like the richest looking neighborhoods, like just big mansions?
It depends. It's either like middle class or I like working with like, the middle class.
Why? Why not?
Middle class or low class? Maybe not even middle class. Middle class is kind of a headache because they're just like right in the middle. They don't want to they make one bad decision, they'll be low class. They make one good decision, they'll be a high class.
So why not the high class?
It's just harder to find them at home.
Yeah.
Like you never if you went go knock on my door, you'd never find me at home.
Yeah.
Like, you never find me.
Yeah.
So that's the only hard part with the high class is that they're not home.
And the low class, how are they going to qualify?
That's the other part of the game. So like this year, I've probably had 100 to 200K failed credits.
Yeah.
Like where you're just like, boom, they're like, let's get it. You're like getting to the end, and then boom, they have a 635 credit score instead of a 3,650.
Debt right now is astonishing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's astonishing. I think the average credit score has to be like. So, would there be like indicators or red flags if you see like a Hellcat? Do you just kind of go the other way?
Yeah, the Hellcats, long grass, roof is old.
Yeah.
I can kind of tell, but like there's some that like caught me off guard. Like this one lady, she's single wife and single lady, and she's just like, yeah, my ex-husband just fucked up my credit, and I'm just like, she had to go bankrupt from him because he just like ran up her credit, and then they got divorced. So she had like a bad credit score, but she was like perfectly fine lady. You wouldn't think anything, but she's just raising kids all alone. So
wow. Cooked.
A lot of people are. It's crazy. Yeah.
Cook City.
That's another thing. If I could find somebody who could fix credit, but none of them ever do.
Yeah.
They always say they can.
Everybody
never
says
do.
they can.
I'm just like, why am I paying you $200 up front? Why don't we just get this person approved? If you're good at getting somebody approved, you get them approved and we get them solar and we just split the solar deal and we both make $4,000.
Yeah.
Why do I need to pay you $300 and then it's like 60 days later they're like their credit score just got up to 700 and then the next day they just defaulted on the payment again, so now it's back down to 600. So sorry, bro. We tried. We did our job though, and I'm like, well, I can't get them approved still.
Yeah.
So we didn't really do shit.
Yeah, facts.
So I don't know why it's so complicated for that.
Facts.
I've literally had put homeowners on my credit card and everything to try to bring their credit up. It's just not happening.
Wow.
Yeah, I add them as authorized user.
Committed.
They don't get a card. They don't get anything. They just get my limit.
Yeah.
And my no debt. So
yeah,
but it hasn't worked. Hasn't worked too much.
What a dog.
It brings up their credit, but then they just keep not paying shit. So it's like,
yeah,
I that's the crazy thing.
Shit.
That's what makes me feel a little bit better. I
Yeah.
got an 800 credit score. I'm chilling.
Shit.
I'm chilling.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Run it up. Okay, so what's the future look like for you? If you're thinking 2 to 3 years or in solar, I feel like it'll be longer. I don't think solar's
We have
going
plenty
anywhere.
of time.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's going
Plenty of
anywhere.
time. I don't think it's not going anywhere. The commissions are just going to get a little bit lower. They're
I
going
think
to
you're
tighten
onto
up on
something.
restrictions. That's about it. I mean, it's like we're good where we're at, and like it's only going to get better.
I think you're onto something with becoming the solar. Like, I don't know. I haven't heard anything of, and I guess because I'm just in insurance, but like being the go-to solar lead vendor. Like, if you could make solar leads in all 50 states,
Dude, it'd go crazy.
and I don't know if you would just take a commission on it or just sell them at a flat rate of like 3-4x markup of CPL, cost per lead.
Yeah.
Like if it costs you, $25 to make, you sell the lead at $100. You know what I mean?
I would like just doing like 30%. Just pass out hella leads. If you could get to the point where you're at 10 to 20 leads a day that you're sending out and you're making 30%.
The issue is though, from like my experience of giving out leads, and I don't know if this is it in solar, but in insurance, if you give them out for free, again, it's like the barrier to entry. You know what I mean? So it's like people that don't have skin in the game they have less appreciation.
They do. That's
So
true.
like, I feel like anytime you've given out free leads, people probably appreciated them less than you did in regard to however you acquired those leads. Or even if you did get free leads, you're 1% of the 1%. You know what I mean? So you're going to work them. You're going to extract as much as you can out of them. Whereas like, it seems like people just don't work, bro.
Well, yeah, that's a fact.
So you could lose a
I
lot of bread.
I have so
on
many
giving out
leads
free.
that I give to people. Like I'll pass out the same cancel list to like 7. I just give it to everybody because I know that nobody's even going to call it. Yeah. Like they all can get the same list and none of them will call it. And then I start calling it one time and I'm like, these people are picking up. These people are hot.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, whenever I was coming up at like 26, 27, it's crazy. Like I'm sure you've done the same, but you were just like dialing. Like you're just talking to people nonstop.
24/7.
But nowadays you're just like, holy fuck, dude. I'm like, I don't feel like talking to 100 people a day anymore.
I don't let my phone ring now past 3 rings. I tell people this: you haven't dialed enough. If the phone ringing doesn't give you PTSD, like if you don't want to physically throw up and feel violently ill from your phone ringing or any like phone noises,
my phone doesn't ring. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like you didn't work hard enough yet.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I don't want to sell anymore. Like, I don't know, dog. You either gonna sell now and sell your butt off and lock in and pay the price now, and you're going to get rich later, or you're not going to sell now, stay broke, and you're going to be broke forever. And there's no other way around it. Like, people are so weak nowadays. It's never been easier to get rich. It's never been easier to be a great man, to be a great individual, because the competition is disgusting. They're spineless. They don't want to fight. They don't want to go to war. They don't want to build anything special. And that's all business is just having a little bit of courage and then having a little bit of patience and tenacity to just suck it up and go through the pain in the process. Not overnight, but over time, you can build yourself at least a good cash flow system. You don't even have to own the business. You can be a part of somebody else's business and have good cash flow coming in and build yourself a good life if you're willing to go through the pain. But most people are just too soft.
I'm with it. I agree.
Too soft, bro.
That's why I had to go get I had to go get my blood checked because I was like, all my friends were taking testosterone, and I'm like,
You
bro,
love
is
it.
my testosterone low? Like, what's
Like,
going
my
on?
nuts are good, dude.
Yeah, I eat McDonald's for lunch every day at that time, and
Yeah.
she was like 928, and I'm just like, what? Is that
Yeah.
okay? Is that right? She's like, yeah, this isn't normal. I'm like,
Shit.
I'm from Louisiana. I guess we just
You guys are cut
we grew
different.
up with fucking basketball goals in our garage and bare
Yeah.
feet. You know, I guess
yeah.
a lot of these kids just. It's just crazy now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I'm 30, about to be 32. So
Come on, bro.
I got an engineering degree. I graduated at 21 from college.
Where?
It sucked for like 6 years. UL Lafayette Raging
Oh,
Cajuns.
okay.
Yep. So in
Is that where
Lafayette-
Leonard Fournette went?
No, he went to LSU.
Okay.
Right down the street, an hour away. I wasn't.
Okay.
My sister went to LSU. My dad went to LSU. All my family went there. I wasn't smart enough.
Yeah.
My ACT was a little bit too low, so I went to UL, and then I was gonna transfer to LSU. I just never did, and just graduated. And
You know it's the best college football game every single year?
LSU versus Bama or Arkansas.
LSU versus Arkansas.
I think we got the boot.
You guys, I don't think I've ever seen Arkansas win the boot.
Maybe like with McFadden.
Maybe with
Darren
McFadden.
back in the day.
Peyton Hillis, right?
Yeah.
Was he at Arkansas?
Peyton Hillis.
Wasn't he at
I don't
Arkansas?
know where Peyton Hillis. He played. I remember he played at the Browns, huh?
Shit,
the
yeah, but in
Browns.
college, I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
he was Arkansas, bro.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Yeah, I think he was Arkansas. But yeah, McFadden was probably one of the best to go through Arkansas.
That's it. That's my only. I'm a fan of LSU.
Yeah.
I don't like have a favorite NFL team, favorite baseball. Just LSU.
I'm pretty
LSU.
similar, except the Cowboys, because I grew up in Arkansas, so close. We went down and I remember watching the game that Tony Romo actually came out, or no, he first started in. And I think it was Bledsoe that got taken out. So I don't know. Being at the Cowboys game, my dad liking the Cowboys.
You still like the Cowboys?
Yeah, you know who follows me on Instagram is Dak Prescott.
Dak, he's from Louisiana too.
For real?
Yeah, he's from
Shit.
Louisiana. Yep.
Yeah, you guys definitely breed something different.
Louisiana
over
has all the NFL. CD Lamb's from Louisiana too.
there. Damn.
They won't like it. Like he's born in Louisiana. Like he
Yeah.
went to school in Texas.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
he was
okay.
born in Louisiana. So.
Yeah, that's all that
Malik
matters.
Neighbors went to high school where I went to high school.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot of those dudes.
Yeah, they
are all
always say
from Louisiana.
Florida and Texas football is like the GOAT, but I guess Louisiana really
Louisiana, it's just dude.
slept on.
It's just dude. Practicing out there is just different. You know,
You in
it's
the
like
swamps.
110 degrees. Like just
That's what I
Dude.
miss. Now that we're talking about swamps and shit, I'm thinking about the crawfish.
yeah, the crawfish.
Man,
yeah. The
I
craw and
gotta
just
go.
the food, just right. Like
in
like
general,
fucking
Cajun
6-year-old
food.
kids probably eating rice and gravy. You know, it's
Yep.
like meatball stew and
Yeah, there ain't nothing
That-
better.
The place where I'm from in Lafayette is called. They have a place called Johnson's,
Yeah.
like a boneless rib. You never had that before. I
No.
got home one night, a little bit drunk. My dad's like, "Hey, we got food in the refrigerator." I'm like, I'm eating it. He's like, "This is a boneless rib." I said, "What the? How the fuck do you make a boneless rib?"
Yeah.
And I'm just eating it. I'm like, "This shit is crazy good," and that's my favorite spot now.
Come
Boneless
on.
rib. You put it on top of some jambalaya,
That
and then you
sounds
have
so
some mac
good.
and cheese and some potato salad.
Yeah.
And dude, it's so good. Boneless rib, bro.
What have you gone through in your life that you feel like was one of the biggest things that happened to you, whether it was positive or adversity that just kind of made you who you are? Out of your whole life up until this point, what's been one of the biggest life-changing events?
Oh man, biggest life changing event. Let's see, man. It's kind of different because like I've always like knew, like I've always had like this like belief in myself that no matter like I'm gonna make it big one day, like
Yeah.
or make it somewhere or be successful some kind of way.
Okay.
But I guess the biggest thing is just like probably like in high school was like just the hardest part. Like I graduated high school at 17. I was probably like 85 pounds.
No.
So it's like I was just like a skinny little kid. So it's
Yeah.
like I couldn't play on the basketball team. Never could play football. Just get cooked.
There's
so
no
it's like
way you were 85 pounds.
probably like 100 pounds in high
Yeah,
school.
okay,
But
I
I'm
was
like
gonna say.
100 pounds in high school. So it's like I graduated at 17. So it's like a lot of people are like high schools are like their glory years, you know?
Yeah.
But like high school, I was like down at the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
So it just like kind of gave me this little like driving force to kind of like just be something better. And then I guess the biggest thing, probably my biggest adversity is just like my dad, like growing up as a kid, like my dad was in the oil field. So he was only home half the year.
Wow.
So like the biggest adversity is just like my dad just whipping my ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if it turned me into being good, but like basically I only saw my dad half the year, and then whenever I did see him, it was usually like whipping my ass. So like that was probably the biggest adversity, and that's kind of like I guess kind of what shaped me the most is just
Made you like a
like I want just to be a badass so that whenever I do have my kids in the future that I can
Yeah.
like be there for them.
Yeah.
So like that was the biggest thing is like my dad has to go to work every day for money. My dad is only here half the year, and then whenever I do see my dad, it's just like he's whipping my ass, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to like that was like it's not the biggest like adversity, but it's like it's kind of like what made me give me my drive or like you know my duty to go do all the stuff I'm doing now. So that whenever I do have kids, like I can be there for them. I don't have to go to work every day. I can enjoy their time. I don't have to only be there half the time, and then whenever I am with them, like I can actually enjoy it with them. You know, it'd be nice to like I don't know, like have a relationship with my dad right now. It's like we could like if we could like go do stuff together, like just father and son stuff
guys-
that I don't really do with him now.
Do you have a relationship?
Not really, no.
Like talk at all? No?
We talk.
Yeah.
But it's like
Nothing crazy.
the first time it kind of like hit was like he was like Solar's retarded, and then I had like he was in on my checking account. So then we finally started talking more. Like every Friday I got paid. Like I was just getting paid every Friday. He's like, "Oh, what's up, Michael? Like how's Solar doing? You know, Solar looks like it's doing good. You know." But that's kind of like where we had a relationship at that point. But it's like that was probably the biggest thing. Is just like that's kind of what drives me the most. Is just you know setting up my future family.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm like. If I just go make a bunch of money for the next 15 years and it's just me, it's like, what am I going to be doing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm 45 years old on a freaking yacht in Miami by myself, single guy. Like, I could do that. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's not much, like, value in that, I feel, you know?
It's better than being broke, though.
Yeah, it
You know
is.
what I mean?
But we're never going broke. So
Yeah, literally.
That's not even the option. It's just like, all my friends are married right now. Like,
Yeah.
You know, everybody's married. Everybody's having kids. So like that kind of like made me have my like, you know, my reason for doing everything I do is for like my future kids.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that.
building like a generational like family, you know,
Yeah,
to where like we can all like it's so much easier to grow together than it is to like do it all on your own, you know. Like if I had 3 brothers that were doing what I'm doing right now, we would be, you know, 10x where I'm at right now because it's just like you can trust those people. So that's my thing is just, you know, building a better future. That kind of like that's kind of what messed me up the most, I guess. Just my dad just whipping my ass my whole life and not being there and then whipping my ass. That's kind of like the biggest adversity. Nothing crazy. I mean, I haven't had anything like super crazy happen. Never broken a bone in my body, so nothing crazy really.
What about relationship with your mom?
My mom's great. Me, my mom, my sister, my niece. All of those are we're
You
great.
guys are all tight?
Yep. My grandma Yoko, I'm 25% Japanese.
Okay.
So my grandma's 100% Japanese.
Yeah.
So just all the stuff that she went through too. It's kind of sad, but basically this is crazy, but like my grandma's like on her deathbed right now and like she just won't freaking die. My mom put her on like do not resuscitate because like she's soon to be passing and like she just won't fucking die. But then my mom comes up to me and is like, hey, like Michael and Ashley, me and my sister, she's like, here's $100. Like this is from your grandma. Like this is what she's leaving y'all with.
Wow.
$100.
$100.
Yeah. So it's like that stuff is like, that's kind of the reason why I go as hard as I go.
Yeah.
So like for like my future family, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to be here in the long run, you know?
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So it's like, and also it's like, if I don't have a boy, then the family name ends. So
Oh yeah, you gotta have.
I have to have a boy too. So
Yep.
that's the biggest adversity. Just my dad not being there as a kid, and that's kind of like drove me. It's nothing crazy, but our families, my parents are pretty set. But like as you see, like their parents weren't very
From
set.
the oil money.
Yeah. My parents would just save a lot too. Like they have their house paid off, they have their car. Like it's the traditional lifestyle, you know.
Yeah.
So then I'm the wild one that's like, you know, my parents are like, why are you moving to an apartment downtown Houston when you have a house in Houston? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what are you doing? So I'm like, that's kind of where I'm at, you know.
Have you seen the show Landman?
What?
Landman.
Landman.
Have you seen the show?
All my friends are landmans, but I need to see it.
Yeah, bro. It's oil field.
Yeah.
And it's like changed my, I shouldn't even say change. It just blew my perspective on that life. Because my biggest week in insurance was selling, I think they were OEIU members. They were like operating engineers. and they all worked on oil rigs. I was door knocking in West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia, and they worked on oil rigs, and it was guys in their mid-20s, 30s, 40s, didn't matter, and they'd have a big truck in the driveway, and it'd have their company slogan on there, whatever rig or oil operation they'd work for, and they were home half the year and gone half the year. Always had a chew in, always had like a beer or something with them or smokes, and they just loved insurance. They loved spending a little bit of money, and every time it was like a $2,000, $3,000 deal where I'd make like $2,000, $3,000. And at that time I was 19 years old, and I remember my best week at 19. I was like, I did like 27,000 in net sales, and I made like 16, 17 grand, and I thought I was him. You know what I mean? It was crazy. But seeing those guys, and I was like, those were my favorite leads. I was like, how do I get oil rig guys? And even to this day, I think about it. I'm like, how do we run oil rig ads or something? Because we need those guys.
They're super, like, they're down for it. Yeah.
They're down. They're like, they've got this southern type of energy where it's like, as long as you don't overcomplicate shit and you're direct, and you say, hey, here's the deal, here's how it works, here's what you can get, here's what you can't get, here's what I recommend, they'll spend the bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know they're good for it because they're just going to go work half the year, and they don't care about $200 coming out of the account every month.
Yeah, work like crazy. But yeah, and then also on the weekends, I used to like umpire baseball. So that was like low key miserable because like you had to wear these pants outside while you're like umpiring baseball. Like that was it, just getting through school, and then just moving around, just trying to figure it out. And then I finally found sales. Like there's not much sales in Louisiana. Like it's not like people are doing door to door as much in Louisiana. It's not like people are going to sell anything in Louisiana. You know, like you graduate college, you go to the oil field, you make your 100-something thousand, and like you're a big dog in Louisiana, you know? But like, so for me to finally find sales, that was like the biggest like breakthrough for me to just find that.
Does your family still live in Louisiana?
Yeah, they're in Baton Rouge and Lafayette. So I'm just out in Fort Worth, Texas by myself. I don't know anybody there. I'm just figure that's the best place to be where my guys are at right now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Was Popeyes founded in Louisiana?
Yeah.
What do you like more, Popeyes or KFC? Or is there another chicken place?
Popeyes for sure.
Right? But, I love Popeyes way more.
But the cool thing is, like, where I'm from in Lafayette, they had the Popeyes buffet. Like, they don't have anywhere else. They just got rid of it recently. But in Lafayette, Louisiana, you go to Popeyes buffet, so you can, like, the best thing at Popeyes is always the sides, you know? Like, you get the mac and cheese, you get the red beans and rice.
Red beans and rice,
What I used to do is I get, like, the mashed potato gravy, and I put on top the red beans and rice.
Yeah.
And then I just rip off some chicken and put in there, so it's like a rice and gravy.
Yeah, that's hard.
But it's like, that was the best part, just like the Popeyes buffet.
Shit,
Nobody has that.
I love the spicy tenders from Popeyes, man.
Yeah.
I remember living in Memphis for a month and door knocking out there, and I ate Popeyes for damn near what felt like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I was cooking Popeyes, man.
Yeah.
Red beans and rice, spicy tenders, and it's a wrap.
Yeah. And how old are you now? You're
I'm 26.
26,
Yeah,
nice.
26 years old.
26 years young. When's your birthday?
9/25, man. Coming up, I'll be 27.
27,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, bro.
How long have you been living out here in Miami?
Shit, man. Miami is now a little over a year. Yeah, so I right around 25, I quit the captive insurance space, and I started to transition into opening up my own insurance company, my own marketing organization, which is just like a firm that I'm a broker. You know what I mean? So essentially I have multiple options in regard to installers or carriers per se in regard to insurance products. And then we're able to set those up with, different clients, and then we acquire different agencies and people and bring them in as agency owners, operators in our organization, collect an override.
Yeah.
So, typical sales structure.
When are you going to get Tina Babcock working for you?
Soon, bro. One day.
I was dating her. That's whenever I first had found out about you.
I
2
remember
years
you
ago.
telling me
I was
that.
dating her, and that's how I came across you.
Yeah. Let's
But
go.
she's
It's
still
such
at
a small
Globe Life?
world. Huh?
She's still at Globe Life?
I think so. I honestly don't follow much with them in general. I stay just in correspondence to whatever legal things I have to oblige by. I stay in my zone, but
Okay.
I'm always good if people reach out to me and things like that. I always provide value, education, data, whatever people want. But yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
funny.
bro. You ready to go get something to eat?
I'm starving. I haven't
Let's
ate
go.
since 10 p.m. last night.
Well, that's just you. I ate
I'm
right before this.
fasting.
I'm going to eat again.
My trainer told me to fast till dinner tonight. So.
Shit. All right, guys, another episode of Adversity Kings. If they want to work with you, they want to buy a panel, a battery off you, whatever you're
Just
selling.
reach out to me on Instagram, and I'm in 45 states, so
Okay.
I can help you get a job. I can help you get solar. I can do whatever. Like
Are there any solar people in Alaska?
Alaska? No, not that I
Have
know.
you heard of any?
Not
No?
doing no Alaska.
I'm
solar.
going to Alaska. I'm about to start selling the
That's the
Kodiak Bears.
highest. My sister was born in Alaska. My aunt lives in Anchorage, but
Okay.
no solar out there.
All
Too
right.
much. It's dark. Like the
Yeah,
whole
it's
year.
dark. Like, holy
I'll
shit,
just
yeah.
commit suicide and all.
What about Hawaii?
Hawaii is hella solar out there.
Okay.
But
All right.
it's also like it takes
Regulated.
forever to get installed.
Oh, yeah. I
Like
can
90
imagine.
days. So it's like you're, it's
Waiting
like
forever.
Sales reps,
Okay, wait. What was the Instagram?
Solar Dr. Mike.
Solar-
SOLARDR. Mike.
Say it one more time.
Solar Dr. Mike. SOLARDRMIKE.
Cool. Let's go. You guys know where to tap in. Have a blessed day. Peace. Woo.